or butthead is about.
What up, guys? Welcome to my reaction series. I'm here with my pup. Sorry, reaction. Oh my gosh. I have been filming all of the reactions for the month, so I have more time to stream. And I'm just used to saying that, so I apologize. Okay, so I thought I was done talking about this, but I think I'm not, because I just can't stop thinking about it. So
of course she's not going to stop talking about it, but she going to capitalize off of it, right? Go on, girl. Go on.
I did a panel on a few
she did a panel. Still talking about
days ago. And on this panel, people are upset because it came up that Black people have higher STD rates and commit more crime.
No, it didn't come up. Like, she's just saying, oh, it just came up. No, she brought it up to rile up the panel of Blacks, Fatty, DELETION, whatever his name is, Tierney, Jazz, and whoever the fuck else is over there, child. I don't know them people, right? So she brought it up to get them riled up. It worked. And now she's making hand over fist, continuing to make videos off of it, right?
And I don't really say this to be offensive. I say this just as a matter of fact. It just kind of is what it is. White people, we have our problems too. I'm really not trying to be holier than thou. But I just don't know why.
But she's not talking about those white people problems. Now, based off of you coloreds that got an issue with me talking about, but white people do it too. Child, she ain't even talking about white people. She talking about colors. Are y'all over there with her in her comments telling her she can't be talking about what Black people do? Y'all ain't doing none of that. Y'all ain't got a problem with that. But you got a problem with me? You see me? I am Black. You see her, Beavis or Butthead, she's not Black. See, this is what y'all do. You be focusing on the wrong damn things. Like, child, I don't give a fuck, because I'm going to talk about whatever the fuck I want, right? Y'all already know. But you looking crazy, allowing this to be, playing into this. And now she's, like whoever just said, she, Dante, Pearl making bank off of the colors. Y'all be falling for the banana in the tailpipe all damn day. Shout out to News Tix. I appreciate you, honey. He said Pearl subs are paid for like Roland's. Look at her views. No, the views definitely suck. However, this Black Tea series has brought out all the racists, and they be racist in the comments. I'm telling you, I don't think this girl is racist in any way, shape, or form. She just knows who to get riled up and how to get them riled up, whether it's Black people, Black women, white people, or white women, with the shit that she says. And it's a formula that seemingly has worked now that she's come off of her demonetization and whatever the hell it is that was happening, because I don't give a shit, right? But anyway, go ahead, girl.
This is such like a offensive thing to say. And it's like, when you say this, you know, the first line of defense is, you know, I was just on another show and the guy was like, well, what about the white people? It's the same thing when you say an unflattering fact about like women, you know, or sorry, about women. They say, well, what about the men? The first response to a stat about Black people is, what about the white people? And, you know, I don't really understand why that is the response. And then the next thing is like, well, police are unfairly targeting people. The stats must be manipulated. And I want you guys to know, you know, white people are just kind of like tired of being gaslit about this issue. And I really don't mean this to be mean, but, you know, I come to my conclusions, and I think it's important for my audience to understand this. I don't just use stats alone. If you're somebody that can just see a stat and believe it, you're going to be easily manipulated. My first line of what I believe is my eyes.
No, if you see a stat and you can be manipulated, then just believe it. I think she manipulated y'all on that panel the other day. Knowing who this person is, and I know Robert said you don't know who she is, but most of the content creators know who the hell she is. Most of the people that be on them panels know who she is. They know what she gonna say. Just like when she says the shit about women shouldn't vote, she thinks that women are they shouldn't have the right to vote, and they all should be traditional wives, like all that stuff. Child, this woman ain't married. Ain't looking like she's gonna get married. She likes Negroes, okay? She F's with Negroes, meaning dudes. And she's, like somebody said in one of the comments, she's a businesswoman using her business acumen and building her brand and being the exact opposite of the woman that she preaches. And y'all still be over here mad about what she say. It's business. That's what she's doing. I'm not saying it makes sense, child. I wouldn't even be talking to her. But like Fatty said, this is amazing. In my opinion, he wanted the clicks and the views and the money that would come from having her on there, which I don't understand why, but you know, whatever. I'm thinking she probably making more off of this kerfluffle, as I'll call it, than he is, allegedly. And all the people that are talking about it and making videos from it, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Wilco, I appreciate you. He said TLA shutting Pearl down in 3 minutes showed her true level of intellect. Funny how her and Andrew Wilson master debates per that side of YouTube. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And the difference between TLA and that panel is that he didn't get all riled up. I mean, I know he didn't know the full story, but he sat there and picked it apart with the audience feeding him information because they was riled up. The people in the audience on TLA when she came up there, they were riled up because they knew what had happened, trying to get him riled up. And he was just lawyering it up, not emotional about it. And it absolutely picked her apart. And do you think anybody's talking about that? I don't think so. They're just going to talk about, this is what she said. She said Black women have herpes, child. You colors, you so funny.
And my entire life, you know, yeah, it's been very apparent in my real life that Black people commit more crime. You know, I know somebody that got their truck stolen by like a group of Black kids. If I ever dated a Black guy, usually he was doing well for himself. So he would move out of like Black areas. And a lot of times it would be like, that would be the reason that he would tell me, you know, that he didn't want to deal with the crime issues. And they come back and they say, well, okay, it's poverty. And I don't know, maybe I haven't been around enough like impoverished people, but it's just in my, like what I've seen in my experience, it just seems like to be a disregard for authority, not caring. And in white communities.
So y'all, so colors. So are you okay hearing Pearl, white woman, talk about this? Y'all okay hearing her talk about it? She talking about ya. Y'all don't want to talk about like real deal stuff with us in the community, us Black people. You get all triggered, emotional, and act crazy. And it's a lot of the 92%. It's enough Negro sassy straight males as well. But y'all be all, because you don't like to hear what is. All right, cool. Pearl will do it then. Child, let the white woman do it. Child, just let the white woman do it. She making money off of it. The same old shit, different day. Just let the white people make money off of it while Shelly is out here talking about white people are keeping, she's a beauty standard in it up for white people.
Communities, I think we naturally have like a high regard for authority. And, you know, and I just was wondering, like, what is it that makes it so bad to say that? You know, I think they said white people are the majority of school shooters. I don't even think we're overrepresented for that. But like when Charlie Kirk got shot, I knew it was.
She doesn't even think that white people are overrepresented. She's doubling and tripling down, ain't she?
Going to be a white person. And I'll say this, white people, like, we sign up for the most messed up causes. Like, I always say that anything that can be done, like that's messed up with money, that's like what white people do. Like the transformer stuff, that's a white woman thing. Like anytime there's a kid that the mom did it, it's a white woman. It's like, so it's not even like I'm not critical of white people and things that we go through. Now, the next thing is Pearl.
She's not critical of white people and the things that they go through. She'll talk politically, so that's political to get herself up in the political ranks. But I don't believe she talks about white people and what they do. They're the face of food stands because this is what I'm talking about, Black people. You too busy focused on white people and you listen to Rolly and Clown and them girls over there. So you get so fucking emotional that you don't even take the time to take a step back and listen to and see what the fuck is really going on. You getting played over and over and over again. And getting nowhere while sitting up here talking about generational wealth. Child, just because you say the shit don't mean that you're doing the shit if you're not doing what needs to be done in order to get it. Because, child, you can't get no generational wealth while you're begging somebody to feed you, clothe you, give you child care, blah, 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 blah. Shout out to Ma'am Danby.
You can't say this because you're white. And I could maybe understand that, right? Like, I mean, it's kind of like somebody can talk shit about your sister. Like if I talk shit about my sister, it's okay. But if someone else does, I'm like, hey, you know, that concept. But I would say this is something I just had some real life experience in, you know. I lived in a primarily Black.
because she, wait, girl, hold on. What you about to say?
I would say this is something I just had some real life experience in, you know. I lived in a primarily Black area for a few years, and these were just, you know, my observations and experiences.
She lived in a primarily Black area for a few years. She fucked some Blacks, allegedly. I'm thinking that probably had more to do with it, but that's just my thought process. Yeah. Child, how though? Like, what's the attractive? It's not for me to understand, child. Don't.
Experiences. And the data, facts, and statistics kind of back it up too. And, you know, it's just when I see these arguments, it just always goes back to like a few things. You're wrong for bringing it up. What about the white people? Gaslighting. The stats aren't really real. Your experiences aren't real. Like I heard someone say that Black people commit more crime and, you know, that doesn't mean anything because some of the crime isn't violent. And I'm like, I know people that were not high income that just didn't commit crimes, not even petty crimes, you know, like a felony is not really, like a third of Black men have felonies. And I just don't think it's that difficult to not get one of those. I don't know, like maybe there's something I'm missing, but it just seems like over a certain age, I thought we would get to the point where it's like sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, especially amongst men, especially men. Women, we're a different category, but especially men. But it just seems like nobody can really have like an honest conversation about this stuff.
So Pearl wants to have honest conversations about Black people, Black women, herpes, there's felonies and all that stuff. So congratulations to all of those that seem to have a problem with actual Black people trying to have that conversation, because now you've allowed Pearl to make money off of it and talk about it, because all she wants to do is make money, because you try to act like that's a thing, like that's a problem, that people legally are just trying to make money. And then the other girl that's doing it, and probably going to be other people as well, because y'all don't want to talk about anything.
We do not care